Hello folks, and once again it is me, and I am here to guide you through tomorrow night's card at Dundalk. That will be the 28th of October, and it's quite a competitive card this, and there's going to be an 8 race card, and it all starts at 5:30 in the evening. Always good racing in Dundalk. It's lovely underneath the floodlights, and looking forward to a good card. So in the first race, the 5:30, it's a maiden, and yes. So our selection for this race from Darren Connolly and myself. Well, Darren has chosen the first race, Granny's Dream. Though starting to look exposed, still can't be dismissed as clearly talented, and has ran very credible at this venue at Dundalk. Ran a good race last time out, and yeah, he would have to be the selection for the first race. So that brings us on to the second race, the 6 o'clock. Yes. I've chosen the one for this race. I'm going to give the nods to a horse of Andy Oliver's, who trains not too far from where I live in, it's definitely in County Tyrone anyway. It's Norman Wells, who ran a big race here last time out at 50-1, came fourth that day, and yeah, he's still improving. He's still relatively unexposed, so he's improving at a really good rate of knots. The first reserve would have a bit of a chance if he gets in. That horse is called Bouquet's Garney. I think it would have a bit of a chance. But yeah, Norman Wells, he looks solid, and this doesn't look like a particularly strong race. So I'm very hopeful for Norman Wells, and I think he can go pretty close here. Although the stable form has been a wee bit, I'd say maybe weak. I haven't had a winner in a long time, but surely that has to end tomorrow night, so I'm going to go for Norman Wells in the 6 o'clock. Darren has chosen the selection for the 6:30. It's a horse of Johnny Murtis, who has had a really good season this year. Johnny, his horses have been flying throughout the year. Was 6th on debut. I'm definitely not giving a hard ride. Obviously the first time out for horses, it's just all about really, a good education, and they try to learn plenty, and just hopefully they have an enjoyable experience. But yeah, certainly Johnny's done very well at Dundalk this year, and I have to agree with Darren. I think Huda has got a very good chance to notch up another winner for Team Murta. I've chosen the winner of the selection for the 7 o'clock. Well, I hope I've picked the winner for you here. Horse of Michael Halford's called Chestnut Fire. Ran a good race out last time out at HQ at the Curragh. Was second to a nice type that day. The stable go really well at this venue. Michael Halford and Shea Foley, when they team up at Dundalk, you must take note. They're a very formidable duo at this venue, and the step up to 1 mile from 7 furlongs might also help, but he appears to be in really good form, and I certainly think, although this horse would have to be my nap for the night, definitely my own personal nap for the night would have to be Chestnut Fire in the 7 o'clock at Dundalk. So next race is a handicap. Yes, it is a handicap, and this Darren has selected for this race Desert Haze, and it's great to see Fran Berry, who of course was out injured for a while there over the summer. He is coming back to Dundalk this evening for 2 rides, and this one appears to be his best chance, and yeah, he's running for a retainer here, and certainly Desert Haze also appears to be in good form, and I'd be very hopeful of a big run, and she certainly should go really, really well indeed. You know, yeah, well, obviously this is the feature race of the night. It's actually a listed race. Yeah, so some good entries here. Certainly Desert Haze for, yeah. Well, it's obviously, it's very interesting that Ralph Beckett is bringing this horse across, and some other nice types in there. You know, you've got Heavigus, who cost a lot of money at the sales rings, hasn't quite lived up to the hype. You've got Colour Blue for Willie McCreary. Sir Mark Prescott's bringing over a horse, Red Box. So yeah, this is a pretty decent wee race, fillies race, and but yeah, my selection for this race would definitely have to be Desert Haze as well. Got some good form in the book. Once again, the combination of Shane Foley and Michael Halford deserve a mention, with Indrahar, who certainly could be a big threat, and so could the Aga Khan's horse Cadra under the champion jockey Patrick J. Smullen. So that brings us on now to the 6th race on the card, the 8 o'clock, and I've gone for a relatively unexposed horse here. The name is Veil of Stars, who has good course form, and as I said, is still very unexposed, having only had 3 career starts. Beat another leading player of Henry de Bromhead's last time out here 3 weeks ago, and has a nice draw, so there can't really be much excuses for this horse. And I'm very confident that he will take this a division, the first division of this Crown Plaza Leading Jockey and Trainer Championship handicap. That is over 1 mile. Then comes the Division 2 race at 8:30, and Darren has gone for Carrigain Prince. There's not a bomb-proof bets in this that's not the best race in the world now, but racing for Argers well in a very winnable contest, and he's got a really good apprentice aboard. I've been watching this fella, his rider, the last few weeks. I just need to remind myself who it is. Oh yes, Donna O'Connor. Yeah, I've been watching Donna the last few weeks, and he certainly impressed me. I like his riding style, and he's got his hands here with another good chance to bag a winner, and yeah, this really is a good chance for Carrigain Prince. This isn't it isn't the best of race now, to be honest, you know. Might be plenty of good each way bets in that race, to be honest. And that brings us on to the finale, which is well, it's only a 3-year-old plus 45 to 75 injuredjockeys.com handicap. The selection here, as picked by myself, is another one of Johnny Murtagh's. It is Lunada, who hopefully can win the lucky last and send the punters home with cash in their pockets. Yeah, course and distance winner last time out, and the stable, as I said earlier on, are going great guns, and it's particularly interesting to see Shamie Heffernan is getting the leg up in this horse. Obviously Shamie doesn't take up much rides from outside Ballydoyle, so this is a pretty eye-catching booking, and yeah, so my selection last would be Lunada. Still relatively unexposed. Who else we got? I would give a shout out to Adrian Kilty's horse. Fire and Passion is the top weight here, although he hasn't got a very good draw, to be honest. That could be a bit of a concern, but is the highest rated horse in here. Jim Bolter's also got a good chance with Sin. Hope I pronounced that right. And yeah, that pretty much is all there is. So we hope you've enjoyed this preview, and thank you very much for watching. And we hope that we have pointed you in the direction of some winners and some good each way bets, and we hope this can help you make a few pound or euros tomorrow night at Dundalk if you're not going, and watching out the races and cheer home your bets. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll be back next week to preview another very competitive card from Dundalk in the north of Ireland. Talk to you next week. Cheers.